what message would you give to, I guess, an artist? And I don't want to say up and coming, right? Because people always say, oh, give an advice to an up and coming artist, to any artist, because, you know, people who are up there also need advice sometimes too. So what advice would you give to an artist who, I guess, is struggling to seek those emotions, whether it's happiness or sadness, you know, because we see so many artists that they write great music, but unfortunately they commit suicide. Avicii, for example,
Yeah, really
was
great.
one of them. You know, so what advice would you give to any artist who can't battle their emotions or are struggling with their emotions?
Yeah, so I want to take this time to shout out my brother John McCall. We were in LA. Stevie Wonder was getting the Lifetime Achievement Award from ASCAP, and
Nice.
yeah, we got a chance to hear him speak. And so I'm just going to channel him because his advice was way better than anything that I could say. And he said that, you know, the three main things that take artists out are, like you said, depression, anxiety, and addiction. You know, so just check up on yourselves and listen to the ones who care about you genuinely. Listen to the ones who cared about you before whatever you had going on.
Of course.
You know, those people. And, you know, center yourself and ground yourself. You know, I try to do that, but it's so easy with social media just for it to get in your head, get in your ear, and just sort of change how you view yourself. So my advice would be, you know, away from the Stevie thing, would be to don't allow social media to do that, because it's not real. I know it looks real,
Yeah,
feels real. It's not real. It's an ends to a means to an end. Excuse me. So it's a means to an end. Use it as such. You know, I have to be better at it. But yeah, that would be my advice. Is just don't get so caught up in social media or in how you're perceived that you lose yourself.
that's so true. So true. And I love that. I love that advice. You know, anyone who's watching this, really take that serious. I just, you know, before doing this interview with you, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I just saw the Dave Chappelle, the last comedy show that he did for the Netflix series that he was doing. And one of the things he said was someone was making fun of him or trash talking him on Twitter. And he straight up said, you know what? I don't care because Twitter is not real.
It's not.
And
it's not.
It's so true, because especially when you're starting and when you're at the top, you know, they always say there's only one way, and it's down. And if you get caught up in those emotions, or get caught up in what are people saying or doing, or what do they think of me, and you get too much in your head, it's not a safe place. You know, I do believe that it's good to take, you know, some of what people are saying, because it makes you better in your craft, but knowing how to separate the criticism, the constructive criticism, from negativity.
And there's a lot of both.
Yeah.
You know, the social media gave everyone an opinion, and unfortunately people aren't very responsible with their opinions. So yeah, they'll say whatever comes to their mind, and you know, I've heard and seen it all on the internet. So that would be my advice. But my advice would also be, you know, look up what Stevie had to say at his Lifetime Achievement Award.
Okay.
2017. So any artist, look up that speech. He gave a brilliant speech, and you know, really gave songwriters and artists the blueprint of what are the actual traps, and addiction was a major.
Awesome. So now you guys know, look up that interview. I'm definitely gonna look it up.
Yeah, it was really good. Look for me in the audience.
He's in there, guys, front row seat. So I know that, you know, sometimes to write a song, you probably have to, if you want to write a song about love or whatever it is, or channel those emotions, you have to go back in time, because maybe at the moment you're happy, you know, you're not feeling a certain way, but you have to write a song or you want to write a song. So, you know, you go back and you channel those emotions. And what do you do to get out of it? Like, do you just snap out of it, or is it just like,
It's
you
kind
know,
of like
is there a
acting.
process? Do you have a process to channel those emotions?
It's kind of like acting, like method
Okay.
acting, where, you know, sometimes I'll go back and look at old screenshots of text messages to remember the emotions that were there. Or I'll call a friend and we'll re-talk through what happened. You know, like, hey, you remember when this happened? And he's like, yeah, I remember when that happened, and you were tripping, or she was tripping, or y'all both were tripping. it it just kind of takes you back to that place where you can feel that again and use it constructively. Then you know, move on and have a glass of wine or enjoy some cannabis, whatever your vice, and you just, you know, chill out and don't overthink it. You know, don't overthink it. Art is such a special thing that when you overthink it, it can become worthless. So just let it be natural, let it flow, and then when it's done, it's done. Move on.
Of course. Of course, of course. I mean, I've tried writing songs before, but I'm not a writer. So I think the last time I tried writing a song, I got in my emotions. And I was like, not for me. I'll stick to doing interviews with Nick.
Yeah, it's a place you have to go, but you have to teach yourself not to stay there.
Of course, of course. So Nick, tell us what you have going on, what's coming soon. You know, this is his last single, Is It? And it's one of my favorite ones so far. But I know you have some things coming soon. Share it with us.
Yeah. So, really quick, there is a single dropping on the 29th. It's called Done Me Well. It's one of those songs that I wrote when I was in my feelings. You know, we've been talking.
Nice.
Just sort of that. I know it's not really correct grammar, but at the time it made sense. It was like asking yourself, has this person, you know, have they been good for me, or have they done me well? Have they given me positive energy, or have they drained me? You know, and so that's where the song came from. It's dropping on October 29th. There's a really kind of cool, trendy Halloween music video that's dropping on the 31st. I'm super
Awesome.
excited. Was able to get some really cool scenes and shout out some really historic areas in Nashville. So yeah, everyone stay tuned for that. I'm excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see it. So since your song is a little bit about, you know, like you said, about someone, you know, how they done you well, um, you know, people play a role in our lives and how we feel. So how do you, I guess, deal with someone who's not doing you well emotionally? Like what have you done, or what advice can you give to those people?
So the way I used to deal with people like that is just not to do it. But that was, yeah, just cut them off. And you learn and you grow, and that's really immature, you know. They're whatever they did, you know, I'm sure, you know, the feelings were warranted, but you just learn and grow that their actions, or every action, does not require a reaction. You know,
Yes.
you can note it, you can learn from it, and you can act accordingly. But it doesn't, you know. I used to be like, oh, this person wronged me. They're never gonna hear from me again. Next time they see me, I'll be on the stage at the Grammys, and just like, and it was just a young, immature way of thinking. You know, just learn and grow and move on, and you don't have to, you know, cut them off or block them or whatever, you know, people do on social media, but just live your life and learn and grow.
Whenever you write your songs, do you ever have anyone from your past or anyone be like, is that for me? Is that about this person? Is that about that person?
It's usually not the person. It's
Okay.
usually someone who was like, it's usually like their friend, or like
Okay.
someone who knew both of us, or, you know, was friends with both of us. It's usually like them, like, oh, is that her, or is that? Usually it kind of, that's how I'll get that, but sometimes they're like, oh, is this about me? And
Do you admit it? Do you give them that satisfaction?
Whoever I've written a song about knew it was about them before.
Okay.
Before I released it, they heard it and they knew about it. So
Okay.
they know, but you know, other people assume it's about them and just.
Of course, of course. Well, that's nice. That's nice of you. I
Well,
think if I was a songwriter, I wouldn't give
oh,
anyone
really?
satisfaction. I'd be like, no, who do you think you are?
To me, it's just, you know, they might not have the same. They might not have the same availability to me as they once
Okay.
did at this point in time. You know, if I'm writing "Done Me Well," we're probably not
Yeah,
speaking.
you're past it.
Yeah, it's over. But so they don't have the same availability to me. But out of just common courtesy, I'm an artist that releases music,
Yeah.
and "Done Me Well," once people hear it, there's very specific lyrics. So
Okay. Gotcha.
you know, with whenever I'm specific like that, if it's like a broad love song, no. But if it's
Okay.
like a specific song, based off something, you know, specific experience, yeah, I'm gonna let the party know. Probably right after I wrote it. Hey, I wrote this song about you. Might hear it one day, or it might just sit on my drive. Who knows?
Nice. So you prepare their emotions.
Yeah, I feel like it's just my way of being.
Of course.
Yeah, but because I would want to know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's very respectful of you. You know, we've heard of so many scenarios where people release music about someone else and then they're getting sued or whatever the case is, and it's
Mhm.
a whole drama. So that's very respectful of you.
Now, there's songs that I've written, you know, for my dad, and there's songs that I've written.
Nice.
I just wrote John's Little Girl a song, you know, and like those are songs, but will they ever, you know, be on streaming platforms or the internet? No, those are like more personal songs that
Of course.
mean something. But as far as like songs like "Done Me Well" or "Is It," or you know, "Exodus,"
Mm-hmm.
anything that I've released, it's more than likely about an emotion that a person made me feel, you know, or you know, several people made me feel. But as far as like Adele level, I don't think I've gotten there yet. As far as telling the story of heartbreak, I don't think I've experienced that heartbreak yet. So, and if I ever do, God forbid, I don't think I would. I wouldn't release the music. I don't know. We'll find out if it ever
Who
happens.
knows? Maybe it's the song, you know, a heartbreak song is what makes you go to the Grammys.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
And for her, it did, and you know, she deserves that. And
mm-hmm.
those emotions were hers, and she deserved to express them. You know, it's just, I'm sure he didn't think she was gonna blow up and everyone was gonna hear those.
Now I need to go listen to it after this interview.
I'm sure she didn't think that.
That's awesome. That's funny. But anyways, Nick, well, thank you so much, everyone. Go follow Nick. He's on Spotify. He's on iTunes. He's where else?
I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Pandora. Follow me on Instagram, Nick Tabron. Follow me on YouTube. I'm dropping like videos twice a week.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah, so just I'm there, guys. There's content coming. Really excited about this song and this video. If you like Halloween or if you like music in general, check it out. It's gonna be really fun.
Awesome. Awesome. So guys, make sure you follow him everywhere. Listen to his music. It's amazing. I love it. Trust me. It's great.
Okay.
And thank you so much, Nick. I loved spending this time with you. Finally, we get to meet somehow,
This has been
you
great.
know? So I hope that you have an amazing and successful career, and we hope to see you continue doing big things.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Kelly. This has been great.
Take care. Stay safe.